Hi guys, I'm finally back. This is Dazzie's Top 20 Selling Comic Books of the Week, episode 80. And it's long overdue. Apologies guys, but home life has taken preference. I've been homeschooling a lot, been on the gardening a lot, doing some gardening, yeah. I'm out there hunting big time. And guys, you're going to be very excited to see what I've been finding. A couple of upcoming hauls. I have literally hit the jackpot, so stay tuned. Today I'm going to be discussing the best-selling comics on eBay for the week ending July the 2nd, 2020. Yeah, it's a little while ago. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. And this time round, as always, starting in at 20. And this is a book from DC Comics, and it is from 2012. There are rumours circulating, and there has been for a little while now, that we are getting a different Superman. Yes, Michael B. Jordan has been lined up to be playing, possibly, Calvin Ellis, the Earth 23 Superman. Do I believe this is going to happen? Not a chance. I told my friends I was never going to pick this book up, but I can play the game if they're out there cheap enough. The book in question is Action Comics issue number 9. The second appearance and origin of Calvin Ellis, the Superman of Earth 23. What did it do this time round, guys? Well, this book sold 29 copies on that week, and it had a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale raw went for $37. I paid £1.67 for this nice copy, and a little bit worse grade I paid about $2.75. So I've got 2 copies. Henry Cavill has just signed a multi-picture deal with Warner Brothers to be Superman and continue being Superman. I like him as Superman. I'm glad to see he's staying. And if Michael B. Jordan, who I love the actor, is going to be Superman, I can think it's going to be some time yet. Still, people are buying up these books. Number 19 on our list, guys, a book from 1992. And we are getting Into the Spider-Verse, the sequel. And this character is going to be playing a major role in that sequel. Can he become a household name alongside Miles and Gwen? Probably not. But his first issue is on fire. Spider-Man 2099, issue number 1. This is the first full appearance and origin of Spider-Man 2099. Of course, Miguel O'Hara, who turned up in a post-credit scene on Into the Spider-Verse, that fantastic animated film. Of course, his first appearance is in Preview, and that appears in Amazing Spider-Man issue 365. This book, like I said, sold 30 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 100%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $87.50. For the longest time, this was a dollar bin book, guys. I paid £2.75 for mine in the middle of 2017. Don't overpay for it, but it's certainly a book with a lot of heat. Number 18 on our list, and due to the Miles Mania, another film has recently been announced and is in development apparently from Sony, and that is about the character Silk. And Silk books are hot, and none hotter right now than this. Silk issue number 1. Yeah, the standard cover moved the most copies with 30 sold, a 7-day trend of plus 101%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $90. In this book, we also have the first appearance of Dragonclaw. And like I say, this is the premiere issue of Silk's first solo titled series. Of course, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. The first time Cindy Moon becomes Silk is the big money book. I've had a couple. I've got a lovely minty copy, and I've sold one recently in about the 25 range. For this issue, I paid £1.33 at this year's True Believers Con in Cheltenham. I was thinking about selling that one, but it's getting a bit of heat. Number 17 on our list, and we're sticking with Marvel. we've just had Spider-Man issue 2099, #1, and now his first appearance comes from 1992, Amazing Spider-Man issue 365. This first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. And it comes in an advertisement. And this book sold 33 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 91% and a high sale raw of $34. I paid £8.99 in December of 2018 for this. This is the anniversary of Spider-Man's 30th year from 62 till 92. And of course we have a bit of a hologram cover that I can never ever make work. 16 on our list. No doubting this man's talent. We're talking Stanley Artjam Lau. And for some reason, his books are so mass produced, he never really has that gigantic, mega money book. But collectors were lapping this one up. And that book was Batman issue 92, the Artgerm variant. It's all about Punchline. I've seen lots of people buying multiple copies of this. Guys, you are not going to get rich off of that cover. Not a chance. Now, the first full appearance of Punchline is fairly cheap. It sells really well. And that book sold 34 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 88% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Went for just $49.95. Is Punchline going to be the next Harley? Not in my opinion. But I can play the game. I've got her first cameo appearance. I've got the Matina variant. But I didn't get Hella Risen. See where that book is next year. Number 15 on our list. This is a good one to see. And this book is moving due to a rumour that this character may be appearing in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Yeah. From 1993, we're talking Image Comics and Spawn issue #9. We all know it, guys. The first appearance of Angela, who of course is now a Marvel character called Aldrich Ostenstetter. Yeah, I don't know whether many of you knew that. I didn't until I wrote it down. But yeah, it'd be cool to see Angela in the MCU for sure. Of course, she appears in Marvel in Age of Ultron, book 10. I've got that, still polybagged. Should get it out really. But this book sold 24 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 139% and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $112.50. We've also got the first appearance of Cagliostro and the medieval Spawn in this book. So pretty good. Lovely poster by Jim Lee in this book as well. I've got one for sale. I've sold one or two in the past as well. Actually, that's the only Spawn book I've ever read. Criminal, really. I've got all the early issues. Up next, and this is number 14 on our list, and we are talking... There are rumours, of course, of Michael Keaton is going to be reprising his role as Batman in the upcoming Flash film. Now, I've been reading, apparently it was going to be about Flashpoint, but not the case now. So, don't know what's going to happen with this character, but I would love to see Michael Keaton in the DCUE. And the book, Batman. And this is the official comic adaptation of the Warner Brothers motion picture from 1989. Now, I had the Pence copy, which I've just recently sold. But I know this is as minty as it gets. A nice cents copy is what it's all about for me. I paid just £2.94 for this copy. And that was just a couple of weeks ago in a shop in Worcester that I frequent. This book sold... 26 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 126% and a high sale raw went for $26. So my $2.94 isn't looking bad. Michael Keaton for me is not your typical Batman, but he did a darn good job in those first two Batman films from Tim Burton. And talking of Batman, number 13 on our list, there is talk that Tim Drake is going to be in Matt Reeves' Batman film. I don't know how many of you know about that. And because of that, we're talking Batman 436, the first appearance of Robin who was actually the third Robin, Tim Drake. And in this one, there was an origin of Robin retold by Nightwing, believe it or not. Now, this book sold 21 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 175%, and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $73. There was also rumours that he could be appearing in the Titans TV show, I believe. Now, number 12 on our list, and this is a book that's been on my radar for some time, and it's from 1981. I just finished watching the entire animated series with my youngest boy, Zach, who's 7, and we had a blast rewatching it. It's so nostalgic for me. It was one of the first cartoons I remember, and that was Spider-Man and his amazing friends, and that is number 1, and it is The Newsstand, guys. There's your book. This is the first appearance of Firestar in comics. Now, of course, she is in continuity first in Uncanny X-Men issue 193. They're saying that Firestar may appear in a Disney Plus show. I would love to see it. I'm not sold though. Now, her first issue sold 24 copies at a 7-day trend at plus 160%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a whopping $340. It's a great book for sure. Number 11 on our list, and we're sticking with Spider-Man. And it is a book from 2017. And this was one of the first non-key Miles issues to benefit from the recent Miles mania. Now, with it being a standard issue, everybody seemed to find copies, and they kind of flooded the market. The book in question is Spider-Man issue number 20 from 2017. I must admit, guys, it is a book I have never seen on my many, many hunting trips. What did it do? But it had a 7-day trend of plus 95%, and it sold 41 copies, and it had a high sale raw of $49.95 for non-key, not on your Nelly from me. Prices recently settling down around about the $30 mark, and a high grade is what you're looking for with these modern books. That is 20 to 11. We're into the big top 10, guys. And it was a so-so start for me. Please let me know in your comments how many you have. Give me the thumbs up if you like what you see. And please subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Now, number 10 on our list is a book I recently picked up a second copy of and sold, trebled me money. I've sold one prior to that as well. So I've had 3 copies now. It's from 1999. And as mentioned last week, a casting notice fitting the look of Maya Lopez, aka Echo, spikes speculation that she will be appearing in the MCU via the Disney Plus channel. And her first appearance comes in Daredevil issue 9, and this is the Marvel Knights run. First appearance of Echo, she is a deaf woman, of course, who later goes on to become Ronin in the new Avengers. The news is still there, and I had a lot of watchers when I sold my book. Believe me, guys, there is a certain interest. It sold 28 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 146%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a staggering $250. Don't sleep on that Echo book if you can find it cheap enough. Number 9 on our list. Will we ever get the film? I don't know. I've been reading recently that it's going to skip the cinemas and go straight to Disney Plus. I would be very disappointed for that, but I could understand it. And the release date is supposedly August the 28th, but I don't know what's going on with the film industry right now. I can't see it happening. The book in question is New Mutants, issue number 1 from 1983. Yeah, I'm talking the New Mutants movie, guys. This is a book I have passed on in the past in the £5 range, in the £10 range for mid-grades. I certainly wouldn't overpay for that book because there's nothing really in the guts to get me that interested. But I'm going back to my new honey hole tomorrow, and when I say there were mega books in this shop for cheap, you'll see in my next haul the $1 or £1 goodness I picked up. insane stuff, and there was a big New Mutants run there. Now this week of the second sold 22 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 224%, and a high sale raw on my comic shop went for a whopping $105 for the New Mutants #1. Oh my days. Number 8 on our list. And actually I've just had a bite. I actually put up the free hip hop preview book from Marvel, and it's got a bite because hip hop covers are very hot at the moment. Not for me because I can't find any, but the Spider-Gwen issue #1 Humberto Ramos hip hop variant is certainly getting some heat, and here it is, guys. It is a cool looking cover, I will agree, but I certainly wouldn't be paying the prices that some people are. Here's your book, Spider-Gwen, The Great Adventures of Spider-Gwen, issue #1. Of course, hip-hop variant from Humberto Ramos. I got a signed Champions #1 from Humberto Ramos that I was gifted. Brilliant. So many hip-hop covers are selling, and Spider-Gwen, one of the hottest characters, you put that two together and you're going to get some heat. And sold 24 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 223%, and a high sale raw of that book went for $44. Don't see the appeal too much with the hip hops personally, but it certainly got an audience. Up next on our list is Donny Cates' recent run of Thor. Yeah, of course, we all know it's very, very hot due to the Black Winter character. And issue #4 is the cameo appearance of Donny Cates' new creation, the Black Winter. Here is your book, guys. Thor #4 from 2020. If I can see these for cover price, I will pick them up. I will certainly not overpay, because I don't know, I just don't see the longevity in Black Winter. I could well be wrong. Let's have a look. What did it do? Well, it sold 51 copies. What do I know? Had a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for just $40. Bargain. It's hardly worth it at that, is it? You're spending nearly 30 to get it slammed. What's the point? What are you making, a couple of bucks? Number 6 on our list. And there are strong rumours that Alpha Flight, yeah, I do like the Alpha Flight. I've got the first appearance of Alpha Flight in X-Men issue 120, I think it is, 120. And yeah, there's rumours that the Alpha Flight team are coming to the MCU. Now, while unconfirmed, this still helped this book sell 37 copies, guys. 37 copies of Alpha Flight issue #1. We got a whole host of first appearances in here. Most notably Puck, Marina, Wild Child, Madison Jeffries, Box, Tundra, the Beta Flight team, Gardner Munro, the Gamma Flight team, you name it. They're all in here, guys. Sold 37 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 167%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $125. I paid £8 for this in November of last year, and I wasn't happy paying that. But you know, when you sometimes get to a con and there ain't much to pick from, so you've got to come away with something. And it's not much more than probably a 6.0, but I got it. And that's all I can say on that. And number 5 on our list, I've just spoke about the character of Firestar. And like Alpha Flight, Firestar is lined up for the MCU, apparently, on Disney+. And it lit up first appearances. We've had Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends issue #1, the newsstand. And now we got Uncanny X-Men issue 193. And this is a book I didn't really think I had in my collection until I checked Comic Book Realm, and I was pleasantly surprised. And this is our first in continuity appearance in X-Men issue 193. It sold 32 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 205%, and high sale raw went for a nice, really? I had to double check then, 160 for a raw copy? Oh my days, not on your Nelly. I'll settle for £2.78 for my copy, and that was in the back end of 2017. That was a great day. So many good keys that day. Okay, next up, we got number 4 on our list, and we're talking a book from 2019. And in this issue, there is a reference to the Black Winter, leading many people to ask Donny Cates directly if he appears in this issue, and he very clearly said no, multiple times, but it hasn't stopped people going out and just ignoring Donny Cates and buying this book. The book in question is Silver Surfer Black, may I say, issue number 4. Here's your issue. I must admit, I have looked for this. I've got number 1 in my collection, but I haven't had any joy locating this one. I can play the game, but if Donny Cates says he ain't in there, he ain't in there. So, what did it do? It sold 32 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 216%, and a high sale raw went for $18. So, yeah, Silver Surfer Black number 4, not for me. Number 3 on our list, what would a Dazzie Top 20 be without this book from 2011? Now, while sales are slipping just a little bit, they're still moving a lot. And this time there were 94 copies sold, believe it or not. 94 copies sold of Ultimate Fallout, issue number 4. Of course, the first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. And in this issue, I say it every time, Reed Richards becomes the maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. And I've read somewhere that storyline could happen down the line in the MCU. Well, there was a 91% 7-day trend and a high sales, believe it or not. CGC 9.8 just went for $1,090. So my £13.90 for a pretty decent copy is looking all right. And that was from March of 2018. Treated myself for my birthday. Number 2 on our list. Been speaking about Black Winter, and it's pretty much dominating this top 10 now. Because number 2 on our list is the 1 in 25 first full Black Winter. And it is an Esed Ribic 1 in 25 variant. And here is your book, guys. I do like the cover. Some of Ribic's work is pretty decent. So, like I say, if I can find these books cover price, I'm going to pick them up. But I ain't going to overpay for the Black Winter. I'd rather invest my money into back issues. Bronze, silver, that's my colour. Because that's the books that really hold the value. So, what did that book do? Well, it sold 42 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 257%, and a high sale raw went for 110%. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for the Black Winter character. Will people care a year down the line? Number 1 on our list is Black Winter again, guys. And this time, it is the Junguan Yoon variant. And this is a Marvel Zombies variant. And it was a surprise number 1 for me. If you're going to get number 1, I would have thought it would have been the regular copy. But it had the highest growth while still moving copies like the other covers. It sold 41 copies. What did it do? 41 copies. And why? Here's your book. It is a striking cover. Marvel Zombie 4. There we go. Black Winter. I don't know. What's your thoughts on the Black Winter character? Maybe I'm just bitter because I haven't got a copy. I don't know. But that book sold, like I said, 41 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 311% and a high sale raw of $23. So that's it, guys. That is a wrap. That is Dazzie's Top 20 for another week. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we're over 50%. Subscribe and I'll keep bringing this content. Bye for now.